the stars, you'll find that you're not far from them. And if you follow your heart, if we look to the stars, you'll find. Know when to fold up.
Happy birthday, Kenny Rogers, August 21st, Leo season. Let's get it. So, you know Kenny Rogers, the legendary jazz, country, and folk singer, right? Grammy award winning, man. He's one of the highest sell male artists in the U.S. history, man. So Kenny Rogers sold a lot of records, man. Over 120 million records sold worldwide. And he died a couple years back in 2020 in March at 81 or 82. Damn, man. R.I.P., man. Happy birthday, Kenny Rogers. And for his family, do it B.I.G. for his birthday, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Follow me. Kenny Rogers, the gambler, man. Gotta know when to hold 'em. Gotta know when to fold 'em. Classic, man.
Know when to fold up.
Polite taught Dr. Umar. Good, man. Nigga taught that nigga good as shit, man.
The property.
Right, he didn't buy it. $10, he received the property. Yeah, that's $10. He didn't buy anything. He received that property.
Put him one in the jet. Put him one in the jet if this title So this, right? So you're right. He received the property. My thing is this. I don't know if you look at the document on Lou PTR, right? So he's not even behind in taxes. It's no lien on it. It's no so it's no fees, like you said. And under a 501c3, you're exempt from certain kind of taxes that the normal property will have if it's a commercial property. So he's exempt from a lot of normal things. So I'm trying to figure out, what does he owe? Who does he owe?
He's being sued on multiple levels, and the IRS is coming after him for that right there. So when you say you are doing a non-profit and you receive money saying it is a non-profit, the IRS still wants to see the money that you're receiving and be able to calculate, okay, that's non-profit. They still need to see your donations. Well, the IRS is saying, you can Google it. This is really crazy. Like how Google lawsuits. It's lawsuits. So IRS is auditing, and they're looking for the missing donations because it's not matching up to. You still.
Let's press it. Hold on. So what?
Yeah, everything I'm saying. Google Dr. Umar's lawsuits. Look at the lawsuits, and you will see how he is being audited by the IRS for all the money because he publicly has been asking for donations for this school. So it is a non-profit. So we still have to keep books on this. But where is the money? There is no school. There's no school running.
That's what I was thinking, Mark. But that's why I said what I said.
Do we know why the buildings that are going for dirt cheap? August 2025, Johnson announced that the school was at risk of being auctioned to unpaid banking property.
Brother Polite got away with it. Brother Polite got away with that shit.
Request for a non-profit fee waiver. He's planning to sue the city, alleging racism and discrimination treatment. The academy faces a sheriff's sale and possible auctions if the debt is not settled by August 2025. Yo, hold the fuck on.
Wait. Okay. But also, that's not.
This follows an earlier announcement that both his and the academy bank account have been frozen due to alleged hacking attempts. Separately, Johnson also had a civil suit filed against him by Lennon Honor related to a copyright and property right in 2021. Johnson has also faced scrutiny regarding his professional credential. I don't want to read all that. So let me read this to you, Lou. So the vacancy. Hold on, the vacancy. Let me just read this to him. So
y'all literally cut me off, and I wasn't even on that part. I was on the IRS part because the IRS part is one of the most. That's a lawsuit. So if he found guilty, but the IRS part is not a lawsuit. The IRS is them looking at his books. The IRS is Where is the money? The IRS is the reason why when y'all sit there and y'all do, when people do GoFundMe's or whatever for whatever, you really got to show where that money went. You can't just do that and keep the money. You will get in trouble. The IRS is getting on him for that because they want to know where all this money is that people have been sending, and there is no school. Go ahead, y'all.
So wait. That's not necessarily true. No, I was already speaking, Dean. But I'm not Googling anything. That's the point, Dean. So let me preface by explaining how a 501c3 works. So put a 1 in the chat. I can't see because I'm driving. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember. What is the one thing that I tell you Negroes when it comes to your business?
Do not commingle. Do not commingle. Yes, I know that. I'm a student of Miki.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you.
I'm the class pet.
He is the class pet. Thank you. So do not commingle. And how do you not commingle? Is your structure and your entity. You have to have defined entities. So when you have a 501c3, whoever was speaking that is correct.
He paying for Pan-African pussy.
You know what? I reject that in the name of Jesus. The point that I'm trying to make is when you have a 501c3, right, or you have a foundation, anything that's nonprofit, you get more scrutiny from the IRS because your donors can also take a tax deduction, right? So remember the guy who was paying for the rich kids to take their test, their SAT, and the parents were giving him $250,000. Does anybody remember that scandal? And a couple of people went to jail. Yes. Mm-hmm. The reason that they got him is because those people were making contributions to his foundation. So that's why the IRS was actually investigating him for something else, and then he was able to turn the tables and tell on them because they also took those tax deductions. If you contribute $250,000, depending on the type of nonprofit entity, you can deduct up to 30 or 40% of your adjusted gross income. It matters if you're contributing like money versus stock versus a vehicle versus property, right, versus Bitcoin. So let me preface that. So when you have, like, let's just say a foundation or a nonprofit, the IRS doesn't just let you accumulate money, right, billions and billions of dollars and not do anything with it, because you could basically just pay yourself a salary. Like for a foundation, there's actually like some sort of a formula that you have to do. I want to say off the top of my head, it's like 5% either of the growth or the principal or something. Don't quote me on that because everything changes all the time. But it requires that you, on an annual basis, right, distribute at least a percentage of those assets. Now, it's not like 50% or something like that, because remember, with the IRS, if something is tax deferred or tax free, right, they're going to come and scrutinize you extra because you're getting that extra benefit. So that's just what I wanted to say. So yes, if you're getting an audit and you have to disclose that you're receiving all of these donations, just like you would with any other business, right? If you're auditing and you're saying, I have $10,000, but you only show $2,000, they're going to say, well, what did you do with this extra $8,000 because you're not paying tax on it? So that's just what I wanted to say. But back to Curtis's question. Curtis is saying he's losing his property because different states, then he needs his ass kicked because that don't make no goddamn sense. Not the light bill. Not the light